Welcome back to Collected Works, where we're looking at the work of Kate Bush. That was two songs from the sensual world. Now we're on to the final album of OG Kate Bush era.
I
My
think
favorite.
where is that where you end it? I guess because there's such a gap. Yeah.
Yeah. This was basically, I think, at some point in the late '90s. If you were a Kate Bush fan, you're like, I'm not getting anything else.
I like what happened.
But before all of that, she released, like I said, my favorite Kate Bush album, The Red Shoes.
Yeah, there's probably a reason that
There's
that's your
probably a
favorite Kate
reason.
Bush album
She released this movie, The Line, the Cross, and the Curve, based on
on the album.
about 50% of the songs, really.
It's not all the songs.
It's
No.
not even all the songs, but it works really well. It was my babysitter when I was being too chatty and annoying when I had a party to go to or something. You'd be like, "Why don't you go sit down, Emma?" And I'd be like, "I don't want to sit down." You'd be like, I'll put this on for you."
And you made your own
And I
version
was like,
when you were like 6 or 7
I
years old.
did, and we referenced that in Thursday's One Mind Tracks too. Um,
But
but
yeah, the video is sort of based on the movie The Red Shoes,
mhm.
which was sort of based on the Hans Christian Andersen story The Red Shoes.
This was also her most poorly received album, wasn't it? Like of
I
the original.
no, I don't think so. Well, it didn't get a lot of attention, I don't think, but the movie bombed,
Mhm.
and she was very disappointed with it. Nowadays, she thinks it was horrible, and so it's never been released on DVD, and probably won't because she tends to hide things she doesn't like.
I mean, you can definitely find clips on YouTube though, like
Oh, you
for
can find the
sure.
whole movie on YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, Prince is on this album.
Oh yeah, that's right. We
It's
we haven't mentioned there's a lot of like big artists that did guest on, obviously Dave Gilmour, but a lot of big artists guested on her albums very quietly. Not
well,
not saying they did it.
Prince did it a little less quietly
Yeah.
than he was originally intended to. They sent him. She asked him to do backing vocals on "Why Should I Love You," and so I guess she sent it to him. And when she got it back, he'd done backing vocals. He'd also done a whole bunch of instruments and just
It's hard not to when you're
he
Prince. He
basically turned it into a Prince song. And they spent 2 years redoing the song to try and keep the Prince and yet make it sound like a Kate Bush song. It took him 2 years.
well, Prince,
And it still sounds very Princey.
whether you like Prince or not, Prince is one of those people that just had fantastic, tremendous musical talent, and he could play every instrument. He
Right.
produced all of his own stuff, and I'm sure that he got excited when he got sent that demo and was like, "Oh my goodness, I can do so much with
This
this."
and this and this. But dude, you're just supposed to do backing vocals.
So, moments of pleasure. I remember walking around in San Francisco my last week there during college with that song play. It came up on my iPod, and I was like, "Why would you do this to me, iPod?" Moments of Pleasure is a very emotional song, written literally for a lot of people in her life that had passed away
Right.
around that
Yeah,
time.
she had like a couple of years there where she lost her mom and
Her uncle, and she lost like one of her longtime guitarists, her
her drummer,
producer.
wasn't it? Wasn't it drummer?
I'm not sure, but she
We'll
lost
we'll
like
put it here.
yeah. She she lost a whole bunch of people in her life, and the song is about appreciating the time you had with those people and like the moments you can look back on, as well as obviously the fact that you're gonna miss them. Her mom actually did not die before this song. Her mom was dying while she was writing this song.
Mm,
That's why there's a line in it about for those who will survive,
mm.
because she was like determined that her mom was gonna live through cancer. Obviously the songs that were in The Line, the Cross, and the Curve mean a lot more to me. The Red Shoes is really good. I do enjoy it a lot. I actually am gonna pick Rubber Band Girl off of this
Oh,
song,
good,
this album
because
though.
I was afraid you were going to pick Moments of Pleasure because that was mine.
Well, it's a good song. It's solid like front to back. But Rubber Band Girl, I think it's the most poppy song she made throughout her career. I think,
Possibly.
like I said in the last episode that I would have picked Put Your Hand Inside the Puppet Head as the main They Might Be Giants single.
Right.
I think if I were to redo Kate Bush's career, and I don't think she liked, I'm pretty sure she didn't like Rubber Band Girl very
And when it
much.
came out as the single, it was the
Yeah,
single.
but she didn't want it to be. she was disappointed that they picked it for the single. I'm
Oh
pretty
yeah, that
sure.
yeah, I think you're right.
But
But it did come out as the
but
single.
I would have picked that as being like it should have been the biggest hit of her career. And I think if maybe it had been released a little earlier, or if this album had done just a little bit better, I think it probably would have been a bigger success. Maybe we would have heard it in not Stranger Things, but maybe we would have heard it in something.
Something.
I did get to do that at karaoke one time, and I messed it up because it had been so long since I heard it. So someday I'm gonna find another karaoke place that has that song in their catalog, and I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be my redemption. It's gonna be great. I think I have it on recording even from when I did it because it was when I was filming that karaoke movie. But anyway, let's go ahead and hear "Moments of Pleasure" and "Rubber Band Girl" from the Red Shoes.